Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Sunday night, July 2nd, coming to you here from Florida. And I just want to let you know that I finished up this week's new edition of MMT Trader. If you want that, go to my website, pitbulleconomics.com, sign up for a 30-day free trial. Subscribers know where to get it, and it's been sent out to them anyway. But I just want to say in the compilation this week of this week's issue, it became so clear and apparent to me how not that it wasn't before, I have to admit, it always was, but this week in particular, it became so clear and apparent to me how the financial establishment, that includes, Wall Street itself, the economics profession, the financial media, they just had everything so wrong for, the last 15 months. The S&P closed at a 15-month high on Friday, and that basically erased all of the Fed's rate hikes since they began in March 2022. We recovered everything. And over the course of that whole rate hike campaign, all you heard was talk of disaster and Armageddon and apocalyptic and recession, depression, and market crashes and I was the only one, if you've been tuning in with me over that time, who has been explaining to you the realities of the monetary system and how the rate hikes were going to equate to big fiscal transfers, and that's going to be positive for the economy. It's also going to impede the decline in inflation, which we're seeing. I mean, inflation is coming down, but it would have come down a lot faster and further had it not been for the Fed. If this doesn't expose the complete, I don't want to call it ignorance, but just like the kind of cultish, it's psychosis, really. It's not even like a cult. It's like a psychotic, and I called it that, mentality of the financial establishment, then I don't know what does. I mean, they're so hooked into this monetarist, interpretation of everything, which they don't even really understand. I mean, they see it from a singular variable point of view. And this is, what I've been bringing out for a long time, how the single variable point of view is invariably going to lead you to the wrong conclusions. And it did. And what strikes me as there's still elements out there, whether it be in the media or certain individuals who are, they're just doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down on the recession forecast based on the interest rate. And we've seen the progression of interest rates. And I told you, I actually gave you the exact moment of the inflection point where I said the negative impact of rates will be offset by the positive impact of the fiscal flows, and that was last October. I gave you the exact date. I don't know what more I can do. But like the most recent thing, and this is why I think, today's compilation of MMT Trader, it brought like the whole thing to a crescendo for me, because the most recent thing, they kind of gave up a little bit on the whole rate hike scenario, but the most recent thing was the Treasury refunding. After Congress raised the debt ceiling, they're like, that's it, man. There's going to be a tsunami of Treasury issuance, and that's going to drain out, cash, reserves, whatever they call it, and it's going to crash the market. It's going to crash the economy. In the last month, Treasury issuance has been new Treasury issuance has been 1.6 trillion. The net amount has been like 442 billion. That means after issuance and redemptions. And the market has done nothing but go up. And economic outlook has been revised up. I mean, if this doesn't equate to Einstein's definition of insanity, then I don't know what does. Also, I find it incredible that people almost on a daily basis now, like, I don't even know how much longer I could keep publishing MMT Trader, because people are like, I don't need it. Like, it's not, what do you need? What do you need? I mean, I'm telling you, I've given you everything to specific dates of what's going to happen. What, are you looking at charts? I got plenty of guys saying, the charts. If the charts made you rich, we'd all be very, very rich. Believe me, I spent a good portion of my career, and those of you who know me, I've been a floor trader and a member of 4 different futures exchanges. Long time follower of charts. It did nothing for me. The macro picture, and then I spoke last week that my personal portfolio is at an all-time record high, and that's just from MMT, that I was buying last year when everybody was freaking out about the rate hikes, and I was buying stocks, and I was saying it. That's what you got to do. But I mean, human behavior is really something incredible. It really is something incredible. Like, you get attached to something, you get convinced of something, and you can't let it go for whatever reason. Maybe it's the majority view, and you want to be with the majority, or maybe it sounds logical to you, but your logic is wrong because you're equating it to something which it's like apples and oranges, or maybe you're just dumb. I don't know. And you don't want to really look into it. But whatever the reason is, that's on you. There's different perspectives out there, and there's the truth, and there's the kind of like the concoction of the truth. And that's up to you what you decide. And if your results, like, I don't know, I believe in the scientific method. Like, if you do something, if you have a theory and it doesn't work out in the empirical evidence, like for me, when I was a kid, I used to build stuff, lots of stuff. Like when I was a kid, we didn't have social media and cell phones and all this shit. So I used to build stuff. I used to build go-karts. I used to build robots. I used to do experiments in my basement, in my garage. And if things didn't work out, I'd find a way to fix it. I didn't just keep going. Like, we used to do these go-kart derbies. We used to build our own go-karts and do like, crash derbies. And, if the wheels came off, you fixed it. You didn't keep pushing with the wheels off. Or, the ramrod got ripped off. You put on another one to stay in the derby. Like, I don't know. I just don't know where people's heads are at. For me, personally, it's something that I can exploit. Hopefully, I've taught you guys how to exploit it too. I think there's still a lot of people who are questioning or skeptics. I know that for sure within my portfolio of subscribers. People like I don't need the macro stuff. Like, I'm cool. I don't need to understand. I mean, that's the only thing you need to understand. Everything else is very fundamental. It's very simplistic. So I just wanted to send this email tonight. It's on the eve of, or so I guess tomorrow will be on the eve of the 4th of July, Independence Day here in the USA. I'm down in Florida. I have to say, honestly, I miss New York. I really do. You might find that hard to believe. I don't even know if I'm going to stay down here. Right now, those are my feelings. But anyway, I just wanted to put this video out. Cheers to everybody. Happy Sunday. Bye.